What is going on, film fans? We are back with another video. What do we talk about here? We are the usual skeptics. We talk movies, streaming, movie news, all that sorts of good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. Got a couple people in the in the feed here. Thank you all for watching. So we are back again with CinemaCon Day 3 on Wednesday, covering the Disney panel. Disney had a panel today. Universal had a panel. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Wes, how you doing, man? With all your,
I'm doing
you sound
good.
popular.
Sorry. I am popular.
How's it
Sorry,
going,
I'm
man?
doing good. I just turned my phone on silent. I'm doing great, man. Can't wait to talk about all the stuff we got to talk about today. Some of the exciting news, some of the not so don't really care news that came out from this. So let's get on into it.
All right, man. And yeah, a lot of great stuff. A lot of stuff to talk about. It's been a great week for film fans. Let's just throw that out there. Um, huge film fans here, and Wes and myself. By the way, my name's Gabe. I don't know if you could tell by this thing down here. We did Monday's video. We tried to do Monday's live, didn't work out, so we did pre-record that. Yesterday was our first live show. Thought that was a lot of fun. Had a couple people join in the chat and things like that. So that was a lot of fun. Nothing too crazy, but let us know. This is our second time um doing it live, so let us know what do you think about the quality. First of all, make sure the sound's okay, video quality's okay. Wes has his eye on the Twitch and YouTube chat, so definitely drop in some comments down there. Drop your thoughts on the Disney panel today, Universal, and Wes. Without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. So Disney kicked off this morning with their panel, and like I said, let's just not waste any more time. Let's just dive right into this thing. So, Wednesday morning, Disney kicked off the third day of 2023 CinemaCon event in the Coliseum of Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. The presentation follows earlier showcases from Sony Pictures on Monday night, which a pretty good start, right? I think we can both agree on that. And Warner
Yeah.
Brothers on Tuesday morning, much better panel, I think. Now, this is coming from some two of us who were not there, but based off how everything went, it seemed okay. A lot of good stuff come out. CinemaCon
Yeah.
has already screened The Flash in its entirety, which we're hearing raving things, by the way, um, and yielding positive reactions following the event. Outside the Coliseum on Wednesday morning, Disney plastered posters for The Little Mermaid, Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm sure we'll talk about here in a moment, Elemental, which we talked about last night, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and more. The presentation kicked off shortly after 9:30 p. Pacific Standard Time. Below, you can find a live recap of events. So this comes to us from our friends at comicbook.com. So just kind of follow along here. Disney began its presentation with a sizzle reel looking back at its 100-year history. Moana, Frozen, Free Guy. I love Free Guy, by the way. Free Guy was a lot of fun. Avengers Endgame, Lion King, Cruella, Wakanda Forever, Avatar: The Way of Water, Indiana Jones, Little Mermaid, Marvel's Haunted Mansion, Guardians of the Galaxy, and it says Booty Man. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see that. It's got a little typo there, but the Boogeyman is what it's talking about. A Haunting in Venice, next goal wins, Wish, the creator, and more featured as well. It is followed by Alan Bergman taking the stage. Most importantly, what we want to do today is show you the movies that are coming to your theaters. Wanted to come and personally thank you for your support. He said to the theater owners in attendance, I especially want to thank you for the incredible achievement and success of Avatar: The Way of Water. And Wes, that just reiterates what you and I have talked about all week was, the theaters is why CinemaCon exists. It is the whole, poster child for how important theaters are, right? And
Hmm.
we talked about the ongoing battle with streaming and studios launching stuff straight to streaming, and sometimes that always maybe not a good thing. Numbers show, man, people will pay to watch this stuff, right? So
Yeah.
in the theater is where movies belong. Given they shortened down the theatrical window from 90 days to 45 days, as much as I don't like it, I get it, especially where times are now. But dude, like we've said, imagine if Avatar: Way of Water, over $2 billion after how many years since the original? Like
A long time.
a long
It's
time,
a long time.
like
It's a long time.
a long time, like 10 years or something like that. When did it come out?
Yeah.
2009 or something? Avatar, the first one. So it was really neat. We'll just get right into this thing. We got 80s kid from the 90s. I'm wondering if Paramount will announce the Power Rangers reboot. I don't think they did. No, that's tomorrow. No,
Yeah,
Paramount's
that's tomorrow.
tomorrow. Oh
Paramount's
man,
tomorrow.
I keep thinking Paramount was today. Look, I'd be down for some Power Rangers. Just saying. I'm a huge
Yeah,
look at this. Look at this. I don't know if y'all can see this. I shouldn't
no,
do
they
this.
can't see it, Gabe.
I shouldn't
There
do
you
this.
go.
But I've got my Green Ranger, Jason David Frank on here. This is the original one that I've had.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yes, absolutely. So, good eye there, 80s kid from the 90s. Thank you for jumping in the chat, by the way. So, but yeah, a lot of great stuff, coming out of the panel for Disney, starting off, sizzle reel, all that kind of stuff. So, Marvel Studios is the first topic of presentation. A clip from the film plays, and the footage the Guardians are floating through space and landing on a planet. Nebula uses a laser from her arm to cut into it. Peter Quill. It talks about the whole sequence. If y'all want to read it, you can go read it. I'm not going to waste y'all's time here. Basically, it just showed a clip of the film. Look, Wes, they're talking about Guardians. What do you think about Guardians 3? What's your kind of thoughts with that? Are you excited?
Yeah, dude. Like, before we got on, I had um, Guardians of the Galaxy as my background. So, I love the whole series. I think that, with it coming to an end, because they said this would be the last one. Somebody big has got to die. I think. I
You
don't
think
know.
so?
I don't know. Marvel
Had
can bring back anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Guardians of the Galaxy is my
So,
background.
so it's one of those things where I'm super excited about it. I think that you can't go wrong with James Gunn.
No,
You know,
absolutely not. Now he's running
so
DC. Like, how
now he's running
crazy is
DC.
that? How
So
crazy
so
is
I'm
that?
like, so that's why like we talked about yesterday, like with the Flash movie and all these things that he's got coming out. You're talking the new Batman. You're talking or the new Batman, new Superman, which I'm super stoked about. You know the Superman stuff. You know what I mean? But
Right.
um, I mean, like I said, you can't go wrong with James Gunn, and
James
he's done a
Gunn.
great job with those series. Now, I do like the original more than I do the second film. I think the second film was a little bit odd. I don't know.
I think most people can agree to that.
You know what I mean? I think it's a little bit. It was not what I expected whenever I went in. You know what I mean? But it was still a good film. You know what I mean? I
Right.
do like the first one more than I do that one. But the best one I've seen yet is the holiday special with Kevin Bacon. It was
It's a
amazing.
lot of fun. It was a lot of
It was
fun.
so
It
good.
was a
It
lot of
was so
fun.
good.
Yeah, they are definitely ramping up this film, especially being the last. Look, let's just elephant in the room. James Gunn will. Do I think he'll direct another Marvel movie moving forward? I don't see how that. I was just watching Super Anime series earlier today. Heck yeah, that a great series to
Nice.
binge. But yeah, look, James Gunn, will he return to do a Marvel film for Disney? I think it's possible just because that relationship is there, especially because we talked last night about how long James Gunn has worked with Kevin Feige with the first
Hmm.
two Guardian films, and executive producer and Infinity War, and I don't think he was credited on Endgame. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but with all the drama back then, they ended up fixing all that kind of stuff. Shouldn't have been in the situation in the first place, but is what it is. Now he's leading DC. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does. I think Guardians 3 is going to be fantastic. We might talk about a little bit more through here. Thank you so much,
Thank
80s Kid
you.
from the 90s, for the subscription.
All right.
But yeah,
Love it.
so if you're watching this, do let us know, what are your thoughts about Guardians 3? Are you excited for it? Do you think it's going to top the first two? How do you think that this is? Because the MCU's been in a really weird state over the past couple years, since Endgame. So, let us know your thoughts about how you think this film will potentially shift the MCU moving forward. I don't think it'll have a lasting effect, because the first two Guardians movies really didn't anyway until they showed
Hmm.
up in Infinity War and Endgame. So,
Right.
we'll
Right.
just have to see. I think it will be more of a self-contained story. I just want it to be good.
I
That's all I
so
want
I
from.
want to see how it's going to lead into this whole Phase 5. You know, um, how it's going to lead into the Avengers or into
Right.
this. You know what I'm
But I'm
saying?
not really expecting it to, just because the first two films, like I said, didn't really lead into Infinity War anyway. Outside of the Collector talking about the Infinity Stones in the
That's what I'm
first one,
saying.
right?
That's what I meant.
But
Something
outside
like
of
that. You
right,
know
but
what I mean?
outside of that, I don't think um, I don't think I just want a good movie. After Quantumania, after Wakanda Forever, I liked Wakanda Forever. Like I thought it was okay, but I didn't love it like I wanted to. So it's very unfortunate. 80s kid from the 90s says, I think it's a good ending for the Guardians. Yeah, I think it will be too.
Yeah,
I think this is
for sure.
be kind of a send off. So let's go ahead and go on through here. Carol Danvers, obviously talking about the Marvels coming out. Wes isn't too thrilled about it, but we're just gonna
Don't care.
talk about it here. Carol Danvers finds
Don't
that its
care.
important mission becomes slightly more complicated when she unexpectedly finds herself teamed up with Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan. I'm really excited for this movie. Is how the Marvels is described before the already released trailer plays. So they already showed the trailer, which is publicly released. Walt Disney Animation is next. Wes, just right quick, just sticking on with the MCU, then we'll move into the rest. What do you think about the Marvels? I know we've kind of talked about it in other videos. What are your thoughts on the Marvels? Just kind of real quick.
You don't want this. You don't want this in your life.
You don't want
I'm
this?
just saying. You don't want me to tell you what I think about it. I hated Miss Marvel. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was awful. But that's my own opinion. Like, Chad, if y'all like it, I understand. It's not for everyone.
That's fair.
Everybody's got their own opinions. Sometimes they smell bad. So, um, but the thing is, like, like I really enjoyed Miss or Captain Marvel, like Carol
I
Danvers.
did too.
I enjoyed Monica Rambeau
Lower
in
half of the MCU, I think, with Captain Marvel. I think it's in the lower half. Like I liked it, but I liken
yeah,
it to it like Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk, kind of that
yeah, yeah,
that
right,
that area. Yeah.
right. And then I like Monica Rambeau whenever she was in
She was
what's
great in
the name?
WandaVision.
WandaVision. There you
WandaVision.
go. Yeah, it was really good. Um Now, like I said, I just don't want it to be the same
Into it
aesthetics
like
as
Iron
Miss
Man
Marvel
2,
was.
Incredible
I
Hulk,
just
kind of
really I
that.
didn't enjoy it. So, am I going to go watch the movie? Yeah, of course. I'm going to go watch the movie. Um, but that's my thoughts on that. Now, my thoughts on the whole MCU thing with Disney is they didn't address the big elephant in the room, and you know what I'm talking about. So,
They did not. So Wes and I have not talked about this. Sorry, Wes, to cut you off here, but no, like we do need to mention that right quick. You and I do not talk about this stuff move forward. We just make sure, hey, do you have what we're talking about? I have what we're talking about. Let's go into it. We both skim through here, and that's one of the things that we both mentioned. There's nothing with Jonathan May. Now, to be fair, we did talk about in last night's video covering the Warner Brothers presentation. Is I didn't think CinemaCon was an appropriate place to throw out a Jonathan Majors news. I didn't think that was the appropriate time because CinemaCon is where they want to highlight because it's not only pundits and personalities and many talented people there, but it's also theater owners. That's who it's for. That's what the CinemaCon was designed for. Is for the theater owners. It's like to show you, hey, here are the movies coming to your theaters this year for 2023. So
right.
I know we kind of complained last night about why didn't they announce Spider-Man 4? We talked about that Monday night,
Yeah, yeah.
but I totally forgot to think about that. Like, it's not like Comic-Con where like, here's this big slate over the next 7 years. I completely forgot that it's cinema. I get so wrapped up in Comic-Con. But anyhow, yeah, look, I think that wasn't appropriate to mention, but I can see why people would be like, hey, that might need to be mentioned. So
Yeah, it might
we'll see.
they need to see what's going on. You know what I mean? I mean,
That's true.
he's parted ways with his PR
And
people
drop from
and
many projects.
dropped from a lot of projects.
A
So,
lot.
and they've invested, like we said last night, they've invested so much money in him as Kang that it's like they don't need if they're gonna. My whole thing is they don't need to recast it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like either slate and make it Doctor Doom or some other huge villain. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or just keep with it and it is what it is because
Possible.
there's going to be some people that's going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to go watch it if he's in it.
Let's be
Do you know what
honest.
I
At
mean?
this point, it's going to
But
piss
it's going
people
to
off
out.
either way. It's going to
It
piss
is
people off either
either
way
way.
because if you keep them, you're going
Either
to piss
way.
off people, and
Mhm.
if you recast them, which is fine. I mean, any actor is replaceable. You recast, you're going to piss off people. So either way, but we'll just have to see how it kind of unfolds. So we'll dive more into this here. So Walt Disney Animation is next. Wish I'll be honest, I haven't heard about this. Um, 80s kid from the 90s dropped a while ago. I'm sorry I missed that. It looks marvelous when we were talking about the Marvels. I see what you did there.
I
I haven't
see
I
what you
haven't
did.
heard about Wish, so I have no idea. But Wish is the first film that they're we're talking about revealing that is King Man- Magnif-
Magnifico.
Magnifico is being played by Chris
How are you
Pine.
having trouble with that?
Dude, brain fart. A clip from the film introduces a song, seeing its main character dance through trees and singing the stars, remembering moments with the character presumed to be her father. It's a catchy and delightful tune. So, Wes, just right quick, have you heard of Wish? I mean,
So I have heard a Wish, but
okay.
so the only reason I heard about it was Good Morning America this morning. One of the one of the stars is going to be giving something out tomorrow on Good
Oh,
Morning America, uh like tickets to go see it in person
well,
with
there you
them.
go.
So that's pretty cool. I really I don't know anything about it though. Like I don't know what it's about or anything like that. But can't really go wrong with Disney animation. I'm just saying. Like I love Disney stuff. So um, me and
And there's, yeah.
we went to, Disney and had the whole magical experience. My son's got some health issues, so we had we went on our Make a Wish trip in December. So, but we love Disney. We're a Disney family, so I'm excited about it.
On board.
See what's
Yeah.
up.
Well, yeah, we'll just have to see. Hey, I'm a fan of Chris Pine, so you announce him
Yep.
in anything, I'm in. The attention turns to the Little Mermaid, who you and I've talked about before. Melissa
Hmm.
McCarthy, who we love around here, who plays Ursula
Hmm.
in the film, joins the stage. It was truly such an honor to play one of Disney's most delicious and iconic villains. She said she's a conniving broad. Maybe it's why I relate. I don't know. Waiting to see the world that Rob Marshall has brought to life on screen is truly extraordinary. Again, Water Wet actor says their film is awesome. Also, the opportunity to sing "Poor and Unfortunate Souls," I just couldn't imagine it. The first look at McCarthy's performance plays. Much of the footage is dark, with Ursula's growing tentacles standing out for a limited illumination of the setting. Halle Bailey. I keep want to say Halle Berry. Halle Bailey's Ariel struggles with the offer of being human for 3 days, ultimately putting her voice on the line for Ursula's spell and deal. And we'll get on to the rest here in a second. Wes, we tried to hold off our thoughts, the majority of our thoughts for today because we knew that we were talking about Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Are you excited for this movie?
Yes, I
Same,
am.
same.
So that's number one. It's my wife's favorite film of all time. Like that's her favorite Disney film. She loves it. Like that's her thing. So, but not just for that, but like Jenny McCarthy, bro, or not Jenny, but
Melissa,
Melissa.
Melissa McCarthy.
Well, Jenny McCarthy. I mean, you can't go wrong there either. But with Melissa McCarthy, like just I love her as an actress. She's great. And like we talked about last night, no matter what your preference is, like if you've got a problem with it, get the fuck over it. That's just how I feel. I think that it's still going to be a really good film because
I think
now
so too.
a lot of people are, complaining because it's like all Disney can do is just make live action remakes of their stuff. Well, if it works, it works.
That's right.
If it works, it works.
It works. It
It's still
works.
gonna bring me it's gonna bring me out to the theater
Yeah.
because she's already like, "Hey, we gotta get tickets." I'm like,
But
"Yeah, we're gonna get tickets."
well,
So
not only do you make a great point, but it also reinforces the fact that not just with Disney, but any major studio or any film that is maybe remade, or we talked like last time we talked about The Color Purple,
Mhm.
something like that. It gives the filmmaker of the new project to tell that story, but reiterate it. Like, let's tell
Right,
it this way. Let's tell it through
right.
this lens. It gives you a chance to tell it a new way. So one of the things that we had this conversation. I can't remember who it was. It was about a week or so ago, and we were talking about. I think it was the Harry Potter TV series. And look, I wasn't a big fan of the Harry Potter movies. Like that wasn't really my jam. But kind of where I was at with it was, hey, they announced the series. I'm interested. But the person I was talking to was like, nope, screw that. I'm not watching it. And I'm like, look, if it's great, you're gonna have two sets of projects that you love. If you love the movies and if the show turns out to be great, you have two great things to watch, right? But if the second one maybe sucks, then you still have the original, right? I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, because if the reimagining or the sequel or whatever, if it's good, you have a new thing that you like. But if it
Right, right.
sucks, okay, oh well, say that sucked and I still have the original which I love. So I've never really understood that with people. Like, oh, don't make a sequel, you'll ruin it. It's like, dude, like really?
And that's my whole thing. So, like,
Right.
whenever Beauty and the Beast came out, I was like, man, I was skeptical over it. But I went and seen it, and I was like, man, I like this one just as much as I did the other one. You know what I mean? The original.
And see, I'm a
You
little bit
know,
opposite. I prefer the original, but the second one, like the remake, you're talking about the live action one with
yeah, yeah,
was it Emma Watson?
yeah.
Name was Emma Watson.
But
I
yes, but
liked it, but
see, I liked it. I didn't say I liked it more. I'm just saying I liked it
oh, you just
just as
so
well.
see, there you
Yeah.
go. You have two media. Like for me, I really like the Lion King one is my favorite animated movie of all time.
Hmm.
The Lion King remake, which was a live action, which was there was only one live shot, or
CGI.
right, there's only one real shot in the movie, which was the one of the shots in the beginning was that movie was literally a beat by beat of the original.
Hmm.
So to me, in my brain, it's hard for me to be like, well, can I say it was better? Because it's literally the same movie. I mean,
Yeah.
give and take a couple like minor things, it's the same movie.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But look, anyway, Wes and I are both in agreement. Little Mermaid, we're excited for. We can't wait to see it. There is some buzz going around here, not as much as something like maybe The Flash was, or something like that, or still is. But you know, excuse me, I think it'll be a good addition here. So 80s Kid from the 90s dropped. I hope Wish is great. We do too. The last
Hmm.
Disney film I enjoyed was Raya and the Last Dragon. I didn't love Raya, but I
So you
thought I
obviously know that was me texting you, like messaging you back.
right, why was okay. I liked it though. Like I'm like like I like the story. It was actually like a like an adult like themed story, which I appreciated. And that's what Disney typically does with their stories is they tell like adult themes, but it's for families, but it's got this adult kind of undertone to it. If that makes sense, I don't know, but we'll just have to see. So, by the way, if you're watching this, if you're liking this, if you're want to chime in, like I said, Wes, he's got his eye on the chat there. So go ahead and drop a chat, drop what you think of the Disney presentation today, and then here in a little bit, we're going to be talking about Universal's panel, and then we'll do like a Q&A or anything like that if any of y'all would like to do that. So let's go ahead and keep on here. So next is Haunted Mansion. A number of cameos that truly are to die for. I see what you did there. As promised before the first footage, the trailer shows several moments paying fun homage to the classic ride. By the way, I rode the ride when we went to Disney a year and a half ago. It was a lot of fun. That ride was a lot of fun. The trailer shows several moments playing homage to the classic ride, including the wall stretching. Yeah, that was trippy. It's funny, dark, and seems to be truly driven by a family story. And then we'll get to Elemental here. So not really much to go on, Wes, about Haunted Mansion. Just real quick, what are your thoughts about Haunted Mansion?
Wasn't there a haunted mansion that had Eddie
Eddie
Murphy in
Murphy.
it?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't
So
like it.
I didn't like
I,
it either. So as long as
very
it's better than
forgettable.
that, as long as it's better than that, then
Not a high bar.
yeah,
Not a high
not a
bar.
real high bar there. But you know, let's give it another try. I think that they can do it right if they wanted to. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It's not an automatic horrible. It's just my anticipation's not high because I don't see how you can make a movie of it. But like if it's based on the ride, well, I mean, you can make the argument that Pirates of the Caribbean was based off a ride, which it was, and the first one was actually quite good. So, I mean,
right.
it is what it is. So, Haunted Mansion, like I'm gonna go with meh on that one. I'm gonna go with meh. The next title, and we talked about this last night because it was brought up. Pixar's Elemental, 20 minutes of the film play for CinemaCon audience in 3D. I fucking hate 3D. Sorry. Following the footage, the presentation turns into Searchlight Pictures. Taika Waititi's Next Goal Wins shows off a first look ahead of its November debut. Fassbender, I love Michael Fassbender. Fassbender's character, one based on a true story, for the most part, loses his job. Oh, that's sorry. We jumped straight into Next Goal Wins. I'm like, how did Fassbender end up in Elemental? Sorry. So Elemental, Wes, just right quick, what are your quick thoughts on Elemental?
I think I'm gonna like it. I like Pixar stuff too. So, but and they haven't really. I don't know. Pixar has always been really good. So,
Outside of a
I've seen
couple, like I wasn't big
outside
on
of a couple.
Cars. Yeah,
We're big on Cars.
I wasn't
You
big on
need to.
Cars. I wasn't big on
Okay,
Cars.
great. You need to go on somewhere. So anyway, I think that I seen a preview of Elemental. Me and Declan did whenever we went and watched Super Mario Brothers. So I think it's gonna be a fun film. You know what I mean? It's something that is new that we talked about last night. You know what I mean? It's new, um, and I think right now I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
I'm excited for any time at this point. Pixar is kind of like Elemental or Elemental. Pixar is kind of like the MCU is what I mean. The MCU has been so good. It has that name on it. It's already you already have an audience. You slap the MCU brand on it or the Marvel Studios logo. All right, people are going to be in. I'm kind of like that with Pixar. Like I really liked Soul like a lot. Turning Red, I like that movie a lot. My kids still like the other day we're watching it before they went to bed.
hmm
I can't tell you how many times I watched that movie. Probably
hmm
24 times. They love that movie.
hmm
So Pixar, I think Pixar did Turning Red, but either way, Pixar is great. I'm excited for Elemental and can't wait to see what they do. So we already talked about it a little bit. Taika Waititi, who we adore around here. Taika
when an '80s
Waititi's.
kid from the '90s said
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed Lightyear too,
Oh,
so
okay.
so
Sorry.
did I, dude. Yeah,
Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry, I was replying to his
yeah.
cautiously optimistic with the Elemental. So enjoyed Lightyear. Didn't love it. I didn't love Lightyear. I love Lightyear. I know. I love Toy Story. I love the character of Buzz, but this wasn't really Buzz. But ah, you know,
Gabe's just lame. That's fine.
that's what makes it fun and the dynamic fun. Taika Waititi's Next Goal Win shows off a first look ahead of its November debut. Fassbender's character, I'm assuming Michael Fassbender. I'm assuming that's who they're talking about. One based on a true story for the most part, loses a job and takes a soccer coaching role in American Samoa. It's a bad team who has lost by as many as 31 goals to Australia. Fassbender's character is determined to coach them to score the first goal, let alone win a game. Hey, Kevin's back in the chat here. Searchlight Pictures Next Goal Win will get an Oscar nomination and wins. I hope so. A movie like this sounds like Oscar bait. Especially November debut.
Yep.
The Oscars, who we've said multiple times around here, is personally my favorite time of the year. I love the Oscars. CinemaCon's my favorite week of the year. Oscars is my favorite day of the year. Sorry to my wife and my kids' birthdays. But yeah, I this sounds like an Oscar type of movie. Let me see the trailer. Let me see the
I
film.
seen it today.
You did watch
It
it.
looks
Okay, so I
it
didn't
looks
see any trailers. Like I
okay.
literally
So
came
it
from work
looks
to
really good.
it
Michael
does.
Fassbender, not giving anything away, but like basically it looks lighthearted, fun, but has those undertones of being serious and everything. So I I think that Kevin's right. I
I
think
did watch it.
looks
Okay, so I
it
didn't
looks
see
that.
any
You know
trailers.
what I mean?
Like I
Okay,
literally
so
came
it
from work
looks
to
really good.
it does.
Michael Fassbender,
It's
out there on YouTube. Not giving anything. But you'll have to watch the trailer and just see for yourself. But I think that it could be nominee worthy.
okay, so
So
it does have that Oscar type of feel to it.
yep,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think
Well,
so.
hey, I mean, and Michael Fassbender, I think he has the caliber of an Oscar. If he hasn't been nominated for one already, I don't think he has. But Michael Fassbender,
And sorry to interrupt, but it's
no,
also
no,
got
no.
the actress that plays in what's that Hulu show about the um oh man about the girls in the red hoods and all that stuff, whatever it is. Damn it.
Oh gosh, drop in a live chat if y'all know this. With the girl that was in Invisible Man.
Yeah, Yeah, her.
Why can't I think of
Her.
her? Why can't I think of her name? I know the show you're talking about.
I
Handmaid's
know.
Tale. Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's
That's
Tale.
it.
Okay.
Boom.
I
Get
caught
it.
it.
Got it.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. It's
My
got her
brain
in
was
it.
about to explode.
So
Okay. I still
um
can't think of her name, but yeah, she's phenomenal. But Kevin, thanks, man, for having you back. It's awesome. But yeah, I hope you're right, Kevin. I really do, because this about that time, November is about the time you're going to start seeing those Oscar baity, um, excuse me, time movies. So it'd be kind of interesting to see.
Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss. Oh my God, that was killing me. So let's what do y'all think about this movie? By the way, do you think it'd be Oscar worthy? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know. So next is A Haunting in Venice. A brand new trailer plays. It appears to be dark and thrilling murder mystery tale with supernatural elements playing a strong role. It leads to The Creator, a story set into the distant future following an apocalyptic war between humans and artificial intelligence. That's never a good thing. A stunning sneak peek plays, seeing John David Washington, who I love, the son of Denzel Washington, navigate the distant future while seemingly at war with himself and his own actions throughout his life. Washington's character is raising a robotic child who assumes they can't go to heaven because they're not human, while Washington's character believes he himself can't go because he isn't good. It's directed by Rogue One's Gareth Edwards. I love Gareth Edwards. With a love story seeming to be a driving factor between Washington's character and that of Gemma Chan. I love Gemma Chan. The scale looks massive, the visuals look stunning and raw, and it seems to be building on a massive world with rich characters in the driver's seat. My God, how have I not heard of this?
I haven't heard of it either, and
it
sounds awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Haunting in like, who knows? Like, I'm reading it and I'm like, that
No,
sounds...
A Haunting in Venice is a different film. What it says is it leads into The Creator.
Oh, The Creator. Okay.
The Creator,
so see, I'm just reading it. I'm just like, okay. Yeah. Oh, murder mystery. Okay, so they're just talking about what. Okay, I see. Well, if y'all know anything about Haunting in Venice, I haven't heard about that one either. Let us know. Let us know if y'all have any information on that. But The Creator sounds freaking awesome. So Kevin drops in the chat. Searchlight Pictures' next goal win will get an Oscar nomination and wins. I hope so. 20th Century Studios will have a better year next year with Planet of the Apes, Deadpool, Avatar 3. Oh, God, I hope so. I surely hope so. 80s kid from the 90s, Dawn of the Apes was awesome. I love the trilogy with the Andy Serkis. I love those films. I thought they were fantastic.
So good.
What do y'all think about The Creator? How have literally how have I not heard of The Creator? This instantly, if that's which I'm assuming comes out this year, this I don't know what to say. This sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Now, who knows? We might see a trailer and be like, "Oh my God, that does not look good." But oh my God, wow, I'm kind of speechless on that. That sounds awesome. I don't know what else to say. So the presentation concludes with a message from Harrison Ford about a new Indiana Jones film. On behalf of myself, Jim, Kathy, Stephen, Frank, and everyone else behind Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, thank you so much for your support. Ford declares. Before introducing a very special look at the movie, the footage previously shown at Star Wars Celebration plays. Disney ends its presentation at the Coliseum with a screening of The Boogeyman. All right, Wes. So we just concluded the short, kind of, which I think outside of The Creator, just off the cuff, might be probably the worst panel. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell did we learn? I mean,
bro, that's why I said, I told you yesterday, I was like, bro, Disney's got to bring it. And did they?
We did say that last night. Now, we did bring up Star Wars. And again, I was too focused on Star Wars. And obviously, there's not a Star Wars movie coming out this year. So obviously, they weren't going to say that. So I do walk back that comment. But at the same time, what kind of bull crap was this?
That's what I'm saying.
What was
That's what
this
I said.
panel?
I said they were supposed to, like, if they were going to do anything, they were going to have to bring it today. You know what I'm more excited about? More excited for Warner Brothers than I am anything right now. Now, we haven't talked about Universal, which we're going to talk about next. You know what I mean? We haven't talked about any of that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, Anyway, getting back to the last part of that article.
Yes, yeah. Let's talk Indiana Jones, and then we'll talk. We'll throw it to people who are watching and kind of go from there.
So, talking about Indiana Jones, to be honest with you, that last film was, for me, it was garbage.
Was it Crystal Skull?
Yeah, it was awful. It was, with Shia LaBeouf.
Wasn't very good.
LaBeouf. But My favorite was Raiders of the Lost Ark, which I think
Mm,
is also 80s Kid from the 90s. That was my favorite. Like those three beginning films that they had of Indiana Jones, that I watched those on repeat as a kid. As a kid, that was like my thing. Like that's what I loved it. Um, but dude, like
yeah.
I I just I love Harrison Ford too, man. But you got to know when to give it up. Give it up, man.
Look,
So
it can't be under better hands, I guess, outside of Spielberg or, there are other revered names out there for sure. But James Mangold, man, Ford v Ferrari, Logan, Cash, Walk the Line. Um, James Mangold is literally one of the best, um, one of the best, one of the best directors working today. Kevin Davis drops in the chat. Disney Focus, going to Comic Con and D23. Yeah, I think now this last D23 was complete and utter just a letdown. I think the Marvel presentation. Let me make that clear. The Marvel presentation at D23, at the last one, I thought was horrible. But that's just me. That's just me. 80s Kids from the 90s says, Raiders from the Lost Ark is my favorite. Yeah, I think Raiders is collectively a lot of people's favorites, but yeah, I'm same boat here. I was late to Indiana Jones. I hate that just as a film fan, but I'm be honest with y'all, I was late to that. It's not like Indiana Jones was playing all the time as a kid. It was mostly Star Wars, Power Rangers, things like that. So,
yeah,
I
and
mean,
he's
it,
just
it
young.
is, yeah, it is what it
He's
is.
young.
I'm young. I'm creeping up. I'm creeping up. Uh, so just a quick recap here of the Disney panel. We'll jump on over to the.
Well, before we do that, let me take a break. Let me get that stuff ready real quick
Okay, and take a
for
quick
yeah,
break. Okay,
quick break,
so
really quick.
all
I'll
right,
get
so
him hooked up, and
okay,
I'll be right back,
all
guys.
right, all right.
But you
So
can continue talking if you want to, and then that
oh,
way,
okay.
you
Well,
know,
that'd be good.
yeah,
Now that I have y'all here, if any of y'all want to, while we're waiting on Wes, just taking a quick break here, just kind of chill, kind of just talking about the Disney presentation. But I know we're here to talk about CinemaCon. But while we're live, while we got people in the chat and watching, whether you're watching on, we're also streaming to Twitch. My mind's going like 1,000 miles an hour. We're also streaming to Twitch as well. So if you're following us over there, please do so. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you like the content, if you like what you're seeing, please do subscribe, drop a like, do all that kind of stuff. That would really help the channel out, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Um, the people returning and the new folks really appreciate that from everybody. So, but just right quick, y'all want to talk CinemaCon or any questions or anything? Do drop in the chat. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll just go from there and kind of wait on Wes here. There's some things he has to do later in the evenings, so let us know. Um, while we're kind of just seeing the chat go here. So just a little quick background of how we got to this. So Wes and I have been friends for a few years now, and both of us have been film fans for the majority of our lives. I've been a film fan since I was a kid. Creeping up on 30 here in a couple weeks. Wes, I think, is just a few years older than me. When we met at the jobs we were working with, we met together as business partners, or going to business together. And my family ran a deli, and he was a food distributor, kind of representative, and salesman. And that's kind of how we met, and we started talking and going from there. And then last year, he said, "Hey, let's start a YouTube channel." And I'm like, "Bro, that sounds fun." And we tried it, and I started a new job, and it really took effect on my mental health. And I had to kind of take a step back and, put myself first and all that kind of stuff. And we finally got to a point a couple weeks ago where we're like, let's figure out how to get back into it. So here we are. So, um, 80s Kid from the 90s. I wanted D23 to announce a Lightyear 2. The director of Lightyear stated that Buzz and Toy Story is supposed to be from the sequel. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Let me just right quick, just indulge me just for a second, Chad. Let me look at something right quick. Um, do, because I do want to bring this up here. I know Wes is gone here, but I do want to bring this up. All right, so Lightyear had a worldwide of $226 million. it doesn't really say anything about its budget. If anyone knows its budget, do drop in the chat here. I don't see a budget for it. It had to have been close to anywhere between 75 to $100 million. I mean, it had to, right? I mean, I don't know that. Like, I really don't know that, but still. Um, but I don't see them making another one, to be honest with you. I really don't. Oh my god. Okay, so the budget for Lightyear, according to Wikipedia, just so I know we're on the same page, this is coming from Wikipedia. It's not like it's Deadline or Hollywood Reporter or anything like that, but this does come from Wikipedia here. So it does say down here, where did I just see it? Um, anyhow, that it did lose, or sorry, that it cost $200 million. Wow. No movie should cost that much. That is that is utterly insane. Wow. I look, 80s kid from the 90s. I feel you. Um, but look, let's be honest. I think it was a smarter move to not um announce a Lightyear 2 because this lost so much money in a time where, Bob Iger had came back. Now he's, Daddy Iger's back in the Papa seat and making cuts where he needs to, fixing the wrongs of Bob Chapek, who um was really liking at first and then made some strange decisions over the last couple of years. But then again, came into Disney at an awkward time with COVID and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, for a company that's falling with stuff, for a company that's falling with style, little Buzz and Toy Story reference. I love that. But you're not wrong. Um, I mean, would I have hated the idea? But I would have questioned it, right? Like I would have seen it. Like, like I liked Lightyear. I just didn't love it, I didn't love it like I wanted to. Um, I set the chat at too big of a delay. I'll have to fix that for tomorrow, but I mean, is what it is. But for a company that's falling with style, so I mean, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we started the YouTube channel. Um, Wes came up with the name Usual Skeptics, and there's a stupid overlay on our channel with the what looks like, what is that? I don't know, if pandas. That was our original logo. And then Wes had the idea of going for a pop toy look because him and I both have tons of pop toys. And I'm like, that sounds pretty dope. And that's what kind of came out of our logo. Really loved that. But I need to take that off there, or update it. But yeah, it kind of, it was doing pretty good. We are having a lot of fun. At the time, we were covering House of Dragon, The Boys season, was it season 4? 3? Season 3. We were talking about, Obi-Wan. We were doing weekly shows with that. We do a segment called Hollywood Minutes, where we take a couple subjects and, of or topics of discussion, and then we lump it into one video, and then we were doing pre-recording, for the longest time, and after the hiatus, we were talking a little bit back and forth about doing a live show. Um and he's like, "You know what? Let's go for it." And last night was a success. Everything went good. Um, from what I can see, everything looks fine. But do let me know in the comments, by the way, how the audio looks. Let me know how everything looks there with the audio, the video, all that kind of stuff. Just the quality of the content, because to me that's what's most important is what the audience is looking at, what the audience is hearing. To me, that is important. So do let us know. But as far as last night's of Streamway. I thought it went really well on Twitch. Being all familiar with Twitch, I forgot to set the VOD settings. So when I went to fix the description for Twitch, sorry, that's my dog in the background if y'all heard that. Um, in the Twitch settings, I forgot to set the VOD option, and it didn't save, or the backlog. stream. So the Sony one we done last night, sorry, Warner Brothers one we done last night is gone. So if you're wondering, that's why. But everything is here on YouTube, and go check out our past videos. All of it's still up there. Um, Ace Kid follows up. I see Iger as McDuck, JPEG as Flintheart, Glomgold. McDuck focused on creatives and talent. Flintheart focused on money first. Yeah, not a good thing. Chapek was putting oh god, how he put like one of his bank buddies like above Kevin Feige. He made a lot of strange decisions regarding, you know, how he was going to run Disney and things like that. Made a lot of strange decisions. Bob Chapek is, look, as an individual, I think he's great. I have no reason to believe that he's a dirtbag, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the decisions he's made at Disney has made that we're still feeling the repercussions of hurt, and really upset a lot of film fans, really upset a lot of studios, probably upset Kevin Feige. And I'm glad Bob Iger had come back. That was huge, huge earth-shattering news. And unfortunately, I don't think Wes and I were recording at the time because we took like literally like a 5-month break. Because that's literally how long it took for me to get reincorporated it back into this and have that mindset because I did not want to come to it. Um, and we all still struggle. There's nothing wrong with that, but still coming in and just talking movies. That's what we love. And we want to build that community and we got people chiming in. And I think that's great. I think it's fantastic. And again, thank you to each and every one of y'all that are watching and participating in the chat and things like that. It's a lot of fun. And, it's just something that we're both passionate about. We're both passionate about, um, movies and talking about it. We're more punishing than really anything. We love kind of more talking about news and stuff like that, how it affects the industry, streaming. We got some movie reviews here and there. Now we are currently having issues with our local theater. Wes and I live roughly about uh 25-30 minutes from each other, so sometimes it could be kind of rough to get together to do things. That's why we do it remotely, but our internet connection is good enough to bring us both in. Is it the best quality in the world? No, but it's still a lot of fun. Any skip to the 90s, what did you think of Mandalorian season 3? So my wife and I had not caught up yet. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not like the first half of season 3. I love season 1. Had one episode that I particularly didn't like, but other than that, really loved season 1. I loved every episode of season 2. Coming in with Luke at the end and all that kind of stuff. I thought season 2 was chef's kiss. Fantastic. Season 3, I liked the um, premiere episode. And then as the episodes went on, I'm like, what? What show is this? I was like, what is happening right now? Right. And I'm one of the biggest Star Wars fans you're ever going to talk to, you're ever going to meet. But I'm also very critical about the things we watch. That's one of the reasons we're called the usual skeptics, is because sometimes we do get quite skeptical about things. So it kind of sucks. Um, so yeah, Mando season 3. I think Wes is finished. I can ask him when he gets back kind of his thoughts, but I have not finished. I think the last 3 episodes. Waiting on my wife to want to watch that. She's been sick for a beat, so I'm kind of waiting until she gets recuperated and we can get back to watch it because we don't watch those type of shows um separate. We like to wait till we're together, but under normal circumstances, we would do a discussion spoiler talk, which is what we've done with previous shows like Obi-Wan, The Boys, House of Dragon, things like that. So that is something maybe coming in the future. And we do have a couple editorial videos planned that we're going to try to do live and just be like one topic of discussion and kind of go from there. And Star Wars is one of them. Marvel is one of them. So that'd be interesting to see. So, but let me know your thoughts of season 3. Now, keep in mind, I did not watch the last, like I said, I think 3 episodes. So do let me know. Um, Season 3 felt like a sequel to Life Day Special. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, Wes said he didn't like it. I'll let him speak for himself, but I think he said he didn't like it. Uh, Kevin Davis says, which film do you think going to make the most money at the end of this year? So we talked last night, Kevin. I think you dropped in the chat that you think Aquaman would take the highest for Warner Brothers. I think that's what you said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what you said. I think The Flash would make the most out of Warner Brothers. This year, I don't know. What big movies do we got coming out? We got Oppenheimer, we got Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible is potentially a $1 billion movie. Mario is creeping up $1 billion. It'll be at 1 billion here in the next week or so. Um, I don't know. I think Flash has a really good shot. I really do. I think Flash has a great shot at taking that at taking that shot as the biggest film of the year. Yeah. I'm gonna go I'm gonna stick with my gut and say Flash, and maybe runner up could now maybe there's a couple I'm not thinking of, and do let me know some big ones. Maybe I'm not thinking of right off the top of the bat. I- Then again, you got one of the new Fast movie coming out, Fast 10. So that's hard to say. That's hard to answer, to be honest with you, because I just don't know. But just off the cuff guess. Now wait until I see the movies. I reserve the right to change my opinion. Um, I really do think I think Flash. I think the Flash will be the biggest box office movie of the year, especially like because you got to think like despite the controversy with Ezra Miller, with all that kind of stuff, and the script changes, the directors swapping out directors, swapping out writers, Ezra Miller going through their issues and things like that. Got to keep in mind they are marketing the hell out of this movie, marketing the hell out of it, and which they should. Uh, the CEO thinks it's good. James Gunn thinks it's good. Now, these are people who need to say that, but it's just fair that, you know, everybody, um, the connections Wes and I have seen it, and they're like, "Y'all are gonna love it." So it really just depends. I reserve the right to change my opinion, but for right now, Kevin, I'm going with The Flash is gonna make the most money, at the box office, this year. 80s Gift from 90s, season 3 feel like a sequel to Life Day Special, yeah. Um, the sequel to Bumblebee, which is a reboot to Transformers, I'm a huge fan of Transformers '86. I was a huge fan just as a kid from 1993. Huge. That was about the time Beast Wars came out and things like that. I liked the first Transformers movie. I didn't really like the rest. Fun, maybe popcorn action, but overall didn't love them. Uh, I really love the first one. The animated shows, though, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be lying to you if I told you that I watched the animated because I honestly don't remember. Um, so I don't remember Transformers '86. That's the movie, right? Wasn't that the actual movie? Uh, the animated movie. I think that's the one you're talking about. If so, I've seen it, but it's been so long. Also Bumblebee was a prelude. Yes, I loved Bumblebee. Um, I think Wesley just came back. Yeah, Bumblebee was fantastic. Took the kids on a spring break vacation, and Bumblebee was freaking awesome. We watched it again. Like I said, we were on spring break vacation, and it was on TV, and we popped it on. And I've only seen that movie just a couple times, and I would honestly see it more, just because it has heart. It's got a good story. It's got great characters. You care about Bumblebee. You care about the relationship between Haley Steinfeld's character. I can't remember her name, and Bumblebee. Wes, yes, it was. Okay, so Transformers '86 was the anime movie. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I seen it. Wes, I'm gonna throw these questions to you right quick before we move on. So
Okay.
they Kevin and 80s Kid from 90s were asking in the chat. They've already asked me, I've already answered these, so I'm gonna throw it to you. Um 80s Kid from 90s said, I wanted D23 to announce Lightyear 2. The director of Lightyear stated that Buzz in the story is supposed to be from the sequel. What do you think about them doing a Lightyear 2? Because we looked at the numbers and Lightyear lost a lot of money, like bad.
Was it
So
real bad? I liked it.
it was a
I
$200
don't know.
million movie and um, it lost like at least 50 million or more. I mean, it lost a lot.
I don't
So
know. I would want to see. I would see it.
yeah,
I liked
yeah, I
it.
told him
So
I wouldn't mind to see it, but I mean, it is what it is. So the next question was, because what I was talking about, like, your job for a company that's falling with style, like that, like the reference. Um, Sadie C. Niger as McDuck and Chapek as Finhart Glomgold. McDuck focuses on creatives and talent. Finhart focuses on money first. We were talking about Bob Chapek and the mistakes he made as CEO, and then he went out. Bob
yeah,
Iger came back in. That's kind of where that was coming from.
yeah.
Um, and then they were asking me about Kevin dropped. Sorry, 80s Kid said, "What did you think about Mando season 3?" I told him I didn't finish. Told him that you said you didn't like it. Was that true? You say you didn't like it? Ugh. Uh, well,
I
I am gonna finish,
Now
but
it wasn't like it's not horrible. I
it's
just
not Rise
didn't.
of
I didn't.
Skywalker.
Yeah, no, it's not Rogue One. I didn't.
I don't
I didn't
I
like.
like
I know that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh, it's
not
not
like
Rogue One.
Rogue.
Sorry.
For heaven's sake, sir, get on board here. Yeah, no, it wasn't like that, but I felt like the other two seasons were better. That's just me. Like I said last night, I'm really excited more on like Ahsoka whenever Ahsoka comes out. I think that one's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think yeah.
It looks really good. And like I said, as long as they bring back DJ Inquisitor, we'll be good to go, son.
Y'all have to go back. It's a little inside joke. You have to go back and look at our Obi-Wan discussion from last summer. Wes coined DJ Inquisitor. So they're asking about Mando season
It
3.
looks like you got beat headphones for
Beat
ears, bro.
headphones. It's awesome. Caven said, which film do you think is going to make the most money at the end of the year? I told him I'm still sticking with my gut and going Flash, like we talked about last night. I think Flash will
I
be the biggest,
I think Flash is gonna be the
like
like
biggest box office of the
moneymaker.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we did
For
mention
sure.
that Mario is creeping up at $1 billion. You got Fast X, Fast 10 coming out.
I
I
don't
know,
even want to go there.
I
Go
know.
ahead.
You've got Mission Impossible coming out. That's going to be probably $1 billion movie. So
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, there's going to be a couple big hitters, and we'll go from there. Um, do, do, do,
Season 3
do.
felt like a sequel to the Life Day special. Yeah, that's
And
facts.
then they start talking about Bumblebee and Transformers A6, and
Which I liked.
yeah,
Loved it.
yeah.
That's
Um,
whenever I came back in.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Dylan J5, thank you for the comment, by the way. FNAF. You lost me. Is that it? Is that something I should know? FNAF? FNAF? What am I missing here? Enlighten me in the chat.
Oh god. I'm gonna wait for it. Just
No,
go ahead.
I honestly don't know what's FNAF. Do you know what it is?
I'll let you figure it out. Go ahead.
No, you, because
So you can no. We're gonna wait till Gabe figures this out.
we can't keep them waiting. I
We're
honestly
not
don't
keeping
know.
waiting. I'm sure Dylan
But
is probably gonna hook us up. But anyway, so what
FNAF.
are we talking about?
FNAF. Well, Dylan wanted to talk about FNAF, but I don't know what that means. Is that a movie? FNAF? I feel like you know, but you're not telling me. Fast X? 80s Kid says, I'm guessing Fast X. Fast 10? They should have named it Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. That's what they should have named it. Well, they should have.
I'm gonna drive to your house and knock you out.
It'd have been funny.
They need to stop making them. This is what they need to stop
They keep
doing.
making money.
Doesn't matter. Like,
Because
dude, let Paul Walker die. He's done. They're bringing him back for this one.
are they really?
Yes. Did you see? Okay, so talking about Fast 10, did you see where they were gonna make it like they were making it or whatever, and oh god, who was it? Vin Diesel reached out to The Rock and was like, he wrote this big long like tweet that was like, fulfill your destiny and come back and blah 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 blah. And it's like Rock's like, Nah, I'm good.
Nah, nah.
I'm
I
making way too much money right now.
look. I
Which he's also
yeah.
coming out with like Moana live action.
Mm,
Hmm.
I really can't. Oh, it's a movie. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh my
Dylan's
god!
talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. Is that what you're talking about, Dylan? Is that what you're
Yes,
talking about?
I can't believe you did that. Five Nights at Freddy's,
Five
bro.
Nights at
Yeah,
Freddy's?
it was So I read some tweets on it today, and they like, I can't remember if they showed the thing on it. I had it pulled up on my tweets. Um,
Oh. Yeah, I had honestly had no idea.
I can't believe you did like Five Nights at Freddy's. My son loves that
No,
stuff,
it's
dude.
no, it's a movie coming out. I think they're dropping it day and
No,
date
but that's what
though.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a
I
game
haven't played
too.
the game.
So
It's coming out October 27th. Yeah,
as it
October
should.
27th.
Yeah, the first trailer. Yeah, okay, yeah. It was teased to drop tonight. I don't know if it did
Okay.
or
Yeah,
so.
we'll get into Universal. It's probably a good time to go in here.
Yeah.
Well, if any of y'all,
Yep.
um, Dylan, if that's what you were talking about, do let us know in the comments here. By the way, before we get into the Universal section, two things. Number one, um, Ace Kid says Across the Spider Verse. I don't know. FNAF, I think he's talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. But Across the
Mhm.
Spider Verse, Wes and I, we talked about in the Sony video for Monday night. We are super stoked for Across the Spider Verse. Super excited. But yeah, two things before we move on to talk about the Universal presentation. So if you're watching this live, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, and do let us know which you're watching it from. Wes has an eye on the chat here. I kind of just have it pulled up just in case. Do drop your comments there. If you're liking what you're seeing, please drop a like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. If you like the content we do, greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all that are watching and commenting. Do drop comments as we go. We'll stop where we can and talk amongst yourselves, talk to us, and Wes will jump right in the chat and spark
Mhm.
discussion, and we'll break and talk about it. So, just to recap here, so there we go. So Walt Disney had announced, just right quick, just to recap, Little Mermaid coming out May 26th,
Yeah.
Elemental June
Hmm.
16th, which is going to be, I think, fantastic.
Hmm.
Haunted Mansion July 28th. The Creator, which my God, I can't believe how I've not heard of this. I knew Gareth Edwards was working, like I knew he had something coming up. I didn't think it was this. Like I can lie to you and be like, oh yeah, I heard it. I literally have no idea. The Creator sounds freaking awesome. Wish, um, not one that I'm familiar with. Wes, you kind of enlightened me on that one a little bit. We'll just have to see. So, what do y'all think about the Disney presentation? Do let us know. We are going to be talking about Universal, but if you do still want to talk Disney or have any questions, do feel free to drop in the comments and we will get to that. So, Wes, Universal, home of many, many favorites, going from Jurassic Park to all sorts of films. Are you excited for this panel? Because I have not even looked at this. I just found the article and we're just going to dive right into it. So
We'll see.
we'll see. Let's
Because
do it.
I hadn't seen anything about it either, besides like the Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff, and then the Fast 10. Um, but like I said, we'll get into the Fast 10 discussion here soon. So
Gotcha. Okay,
I think that
so
was one of their big things that they
big
did.
things. Oh, okay. Well, we are going to jump in here with our friends at comicbook.com. Brandon Davis wrote this great article. Kevin dropped in chat. Fast X will make more international box office than domestic. Yeah, I think they all have for quite some time. Those movies have made more internationally. So that's not a surprise. I think you are correct.
Yeah.
Um, excuse me. So going right here in the Universal presentation here. On Wednesday afternoon, Universal Studios Focus Pictures took over the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace for a presentation for their upcoming films. Presentation followed one earlier in the day from Disney, which was this morning, which succeeded the Warner Bros. Presentation last night and Sony Pictures presentation from Monday. The remaining presentations at 2023 CinemaCon event, those of Paramount and Lionsgate, which will be tomorrow, and that'd be interesting. So dive right into this, shall we? All right. The presentation starts with a video from Steven Spielberg, Jordan Peele, Jason Blum, David Leitch, Kelly McCormick, Louis Leterrier, John Chu, Elizabeth Banks, Judd Apatow, Chris Meledandri. I was almost on a streak there. Daniel Kwan, Daniel Schnert, Christopher Nolan, and other filmmakers discussing the wonders of movie magic, which has been a common theme around here, and rightfully so, because again, the theaters where it's at. Theaters are where movies should live, and that's where they should continue to thrive. The video showed, followed by Donna Langley taking the stage. Langley reflects on Universal's success, focusing on Super Mario Brothers movie being on its way to be the first $1 billion movie of the year, which it will creep up here in the next week or so. Langley ultimately introduces Nolan on stage for a discussion of Oppenheimer, and great to talk about this because I don't think you and I talked about Oppenheimer in any video. So that'd be interesting to see right here. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I think there's two I think there's two paragraphs here. We'll just read this right quick. I'm so pleased to be back here on stage with all of you, Nolan said before reflecting on debuting Inception footage here. I know of no more dramatic tale, Nolan says about Oppenheimer. Picture the finest minds in the country in a desperate race against the Nazis to harness the power of the atom. Those developing the technology have a slight chance to completely end the world at the push of a button, and ultimately decide to push the button away. Anyway, he jokes there's not too much black and white, but don't worry. J. Robert Oppenheimer is the most important person who ever lived, Nolan says. He made the world we live in, for better or for worse. His story has to be seen to be believed. I love that line. I love how he put that. He teases they may be a full trailer attached to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 screenings. The 5-minute sizzle shown in the room is stunning, loaded with star power and tension. Nolan's beloved cinematography is on display, and the film looks relentlessly intense and dramatic. Wes, what do you think about Oppenheimer? What are your thoughts? You hear this description. We've kind of known about this film for a while. Star-studded cast. I mean, like massive talent. Robert Downey Jr., Cillian Murphy. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. Emily Blunt. So what does this movie, where do you think it stands? Do you think it's going to be great? It's Christopher Nolan. Take it away.
I'm going to call it right now. I think it'll get an Oscar nominee. I do. Because dude, like, I'm stoked about this movie. And number one, I loved like all the Dark Knight trilogies. Love them. And I think that when it comes to this Oppenheimer thing, he's going to tell the story in a way that, you know, it's the other side of everything, I guess. I'm excited about it. Just like you said, it's so like star-studded and all this other stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm calling it right now. Like, I think it'll be nominated for Film of the Year. That's just me. So, what do you think?
I think this movie really is really going to be great. I do. I mean, like I said, from the cast, like I tried to take a look here. Like, just the cast alone is just freaking insane. Let's just run by right quick the I'm sorry, I should have done this a second ago, but just deal with it. So right here, look at this. Look at this. Oppenheimer, Florence Pugh, Matt Damon, Cillian Murphy, Alden Ehrenreich, Emily Blunt, Robert Downey Jr., Gary Oldman, Josh Hartnett, David Desmalchian, Gustav Skarsgård, Jack Quaid, who we recently seen in The Boys, in the Scream movie. Yeah. Rami Malek, Kenneth Branagh, Dane DeHaan, Tony Goldwyn, Olivia Thirlby, Alex Wolff, Casey Affleck, Michael and Garno. Not gonna lie, I don't know who that one is. Scott Grimes, James Darcy, Josh Peck, who from Drake and Josh, the Emmy nominated film. I'm just playing. Matthew Modine, who we just recently seen in Stranger Things. James Remar, David, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Right? Like, this movie just it freaking looks awesome. So excited. Wes, this
And the
movie,
trailer, I don't know if you've seen the
the
trailer, but the
trailer's
trailer's
fantastic.
intense.
Now, I didn't
It's
watch now, did
intense.
they drop a new trailer? Because I didn't see that there was a new one. But did they drop a new one?
I don't know if they dropped a new one. I was just talking about the one that I saw a while back.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
intense. It was good.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one. But yeah, this looks freaking awesome. Okay, so Alexis Quincha, excuse me if I'm saying that wrong. They said F and AF. Is it Five
Five
Nights at
Nights at
Freddy's?
Freddy's. Yes.
Okay, I just find it funny that two people put the same thing.
Well, because that's what we're going to be talking about here in a minute too. On
Oh, was that
you know,
announced?
yeah, I think just
Oh, well, let's just keep going then. What are we doing? So, anyway, collectively, we believe Oppenheimer is going to be fantastic. What do y'all think about Oppenheimer? What do you think about the cast? What do you think about the trailer? What do you think of this news about what Nolan was saying? Let us know in the comments, and let's keep rolling here. So, Jim Orr takes the stage, thanking Langley's vision and leadership. At Universal, we never questioned whether theatrical can survive, but rather how theatrical can thrive. Ooh, I like that, he declares. Our goal together is to meet our audiences where there are and create incredible cinematic experiences. Or ultimately introduces Veronica Kwan Vandenberg to the stage. Vandenberg points out some of the Universal's wins from 2022, 2023, before teeing up the upcoming preview for upcoming films. Illumination's Meledandri takes the stage to the tune of Mario music. He thanks everyone in the exhibition community for their support. Super Mario Brothers movie. The first Illumination we'll preview is Migration. It stars Kamal Nanjiani, Elizabeth Banks, and more. Meledandri labels Migration as a thrilling journey with a message that is relevant and timeless. Footage plays in it. There are duck scene, blah, 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 blah. So it's a new animated film. Wes, just right quick. I know not a lot to go on. What do you think about this news of Migration? I guess it's a movie about ducks and
yeah,
family.
well, I mean, it's got to be a comedy. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So
Elizabeth Banks, Kamal Nanjiani.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
like I don't know. I I'm not as excited as I am for some of the Pixar stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not
Um,
Pixar.
it's
Not,
not Pixar.
not Pixar.
So, but I mean, we'll see. I haven't seen a preview of it. So once I see the preview, then I can really, kind of gauge whether or not, I mean, obviously, if it's probably going to take my son to go see it, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's pretty much how that goes. You got kids. So, um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know much about it. So,
I don't either. Like I said, not much to go on, but it's still interesting to see, that they are throwing this film out there. We'll just have to see where it goes. And yeah, so what do y'all think of Migration? Are you excited for this movie? Is it your most anticipated animation movie of the year? Let us know what y'all think. So we'll just go ahead and keep moving on. Right before we get started, 80s Kid from the 90s says Illumination is getting close to Pixar ranks. You think so? I don't
yeah, no,
know.
I agree, bro.
I
Look,
don't
you got to
know.
think about it. Minions, dude. Minions. That's all I
Okay,
gotta
but
say.
Minions isn't Toy Story. It
Doesn't
isn't
matter.
Finding
Minions is
Nemo.
hilarious and it's great.
Well, I think that's 80s Kid from can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what they're getting at is the the reverence of Illumination. I just don't see it. Successful, yes, but to call it Pixar, I don't know. That's
I don't
a
know,
hot
man.
take. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
They're doing pretty well, bro.
They're
I
doing
ain't gonna
well.
lie.
That they are. They are doing well. Illumination done Mario Brothers, right? They made it.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Toy Story is king. Yeah, absolutely. See, Wes, you
Yeah.
were wrong. Um, to talk about strays. Oh my God, this movie. Will Ferrell takes the stage with a dog in his arms. Sounds like Will Ferrell. The dog is named Sophie, and Sophie plays Reggie in the movie. He jokes back and forth about the camera cutting too close up on the dog for the big screen and debating who the real star is. Footage from Strays sees Reggie bucking Will Forte's Doug, a guy who's ungrateful for his dog and tries to lose her, but Reggie keeps coming home. Joining other strays, Reggie realizes Doug doesn't love him and starts acting out with other dogs. At one point, Reggie and several other dogs starting humping garden gnomes before a plot to bite Doug's dick off is hatched. What is this movie?
What is
What is
this?
this movie? A joke about a postman on a billboard being a son of a bitch, quote unquote. According to dogs, get a solid pop from the audience. The dogs onto a bunch of mushrooms and trip out in the woods. Thinking they were toys, the dogs chew up and kill a bunch of bunnies. It ends up being a dog getting snatched up by a vulture, seen from a distance by Dennis Quaid, who plays himself in disbelief.
This sounds ridiculous, bro.
What did we talk about last night? Was it Dumb Money? Was it Dumb
Yeah.
Money we were talking about? This might be my most anticipated comedy. Like, I think Dumb Money's going to be great. I think this sounds wacky, and it sounds like just
A good time.
It sounds like a good time. This sounds awesome. Before we talk about that any further, what do y'all think in the live chat? What do you think about the Strays, the new dog? You know, Will Ferrell, Will Forte led film. Let us know. Let us know your thoughts on that. So yeah, this now I knew this film was coming, but I didn't really hear a description of it until literally just now. Like, I don't even think I've seen a trailer for it. Like, I knew it was coming, but like, this looks wacky, dude. You read this and you're like, what? All right, so we're getting into some Blumhouse. Now, here we go. Wes, this is more your wheelhouse.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
now I went on record here on the Usual Skeptics. I'm not the biggest fan of horror. Wes is the horror guy. Okay. I myself, it's interesting. Yes, thank you, 86. I am not the biggest horror fan. And it's because horror doesn't strike me, I think, like most people, and that's fine. That's fine. There are horror movies I like, but like I think my favorite right now is the first Saw movie. And in the top 2 or 3, I'd say maybe my second favorite of all time is Hereditary. I love that movie. Hereditary, loved it. Anyhow, not the biggest. However, Blumhouse has been killing it. Killing it. Invisible Man as of recently. They just come out with Nope not too long ago. Megan, like the Black Phone. Now, I didn't love the Black Phone like a lot of people claimed that it was out to be.
Bro, it was so good.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I just didn't love it. Like, it didn't come out going, oh my God, you have to watch Black Phone. Like, I liked it. My kids watched it and they were freaked the fuck out. It was awesome. I'm kidding.
So
they I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was. As far as, you know, adulty for them, I think it was a little too much for them.
What are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm digging myself a hole apparently. But no, it's fine. No, Megan is what they watched. They watched Megan.
Why would you let them watch Megan?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
I let them watch Megan. That was it.
Oh,
Well, it's
no.
a talking doll. It's like talking Tina, right?
Yeah, who kills people? Like, dude, she rips that little boy's ear off. It was
That was pretty
awesome.
dope. Yeah,
So-
that was
it
pretty
was
dope.
so-
Not gonna lie. Well,
Really
Blumhouse goes off to take the stage and screen. Jason Blum proudly touts the success of Megan and the Black Phone being originals, which can create franchises that it can, like hopefully the Man, Megan's, and Black Phones to come. Discussing The Exorcist Believer, Bum says it well, extend and update it in many ways, like he did in Halloween. Director David Gordon Green reveals the film is set to explore the idea of evil taking over the body of not one child, but 2. It is the first movie in a new trilogy. Blum reveals the first footage looks haunting. Wes, what do you think about this news?
So, my favorite horror film of all time was the first horror movie I ever watched, which was The Exorcist. And I like, bro, back then, like, just I would love to have been a kid back then and going into the theaters and seeing it, dude. Like, because I mean, there's still some parts I'm like, holy crap, man. It's intense. Whenever she crab walks up the stairs, dude, it's nuts. So,
It is nutty.
head turns around. I love all that stuff. Number one, because back then they didn't rely on, like I talked about last night, they didn't rely on CGI. They didn't rely on that stuff. They had to make these props. They had to make these things, and that's what really, that's what I really like. I like special effects. Um I like the makeup and all that good stuff. Like that's what I enjoy whenever I watch a horror movie is okay, are they using CGI or are they using these great special or FX makeups and stuff like that? Like that's what I want. You know what I mean? Like that's what I look like. Because the more realistic it looks, like I watch a bunch of stuff on behind the scenes of how they, make things, like they're putting tubes through people. If they get their arm chopped off or something, they're putting tubes through here, and there's a guy standing behind it just pumping blood to, fake blood to poke at. Dude, it's so cool to me. Like, but I know for Gabe, it's like, oh, this is not for me. But for me, I love it. And to find out they're going to do a trilogy for The Exorcist, this new thing, I'm in.
In for it.
I'm in.
I really liked The Exorcist, but that came out like a long time ago. I just have not been a fan of recent horror movies as of late, but I am a fan of Blumhouse. So it'd be really interesting to see where they go from here. Look, I'll give it a shot. I mean, as Exorcist, I think it'll be good with the hands of Jason Blum and what he's been able to do with James Wan and Jordan Peele and things like that. Partnered with um what the monkey was it Monkey Paw Productions that he has,
Yeah.
and things like that. I think there's a lot of good things to come out of Blumhouse and something that I'm quite looking forward to. So if y'all
Hmm.
are excited for the Exorcist, let us know your thoughts on that. So 80s Kid says, I'm curious about the new DreamWorks movie. Yes, we'll talk about that here in just a second. Imperial Flight says, when starts? I'm not sure when starts. Might have to follow up with that on with another comment. I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure what it is you're saying. So let's go ahead and move on to this here. So DreamWorks is up next. The studio's first film in 2023 is Ruby Gillman's Teenage Kraken. Ruby Gillman is an ordinary teenager gifted with unexpected powers and the ability to turn into a giant kraken. An almost finished look at the film plays for CinemaCon. In it, a blue girl jumps into a body of water where she is sucked down deep into the seaweeds before her body starts to illuminate, and she essentially unleashes her kraken. Sounds like my wife every weekend. Suddenly, the whole
Damn,
place
son.
is looking up at Ruby, literally and figuratively. She thinks she just wants to be a normal teenager, while others suggest she is destined for more than that. Wes, I don't know what I just read. What do you think? What do you think about this?
I mean, I'm curious about it. You know what I mean? Because I had no idea about it until we literally just read it. So,
Literally.
yeah. Um, so I mean, I'm curious about it. I mean, it sounds okay.
Meh,
Like meh,
meh,
yeah.
meh.
But I'm curious about it. I think 80s Kid from the 90s said he's curious about the new DreamWorks movie too. So,
Yeah, if
I mean,
that's
that's how I feel.
yeah,
That's exactly
and
how I
if that's
feel.
the one you're talking about, 80s Kid, do let us know and confirm if that's the one, because if so, I mean, hey, I'm down. I'm always down for new movies. Excuse me. Um, Later this year, Trolls Band Together will be probably Trolls.
It's
Trolls Band
trolls.
Together will be the third film of the franchise with a holiday release date. The film will feature 5 new original songs. Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake
What
take the stage to discuss the film.
the hell was
Timberlake
that?
Timberlake says the big difference in that Poppy and Branch are a couple this time around. Kendrick makes a few jokes about Timberlake's history as a member of NSYNC. In the film, Poppy and Branch have to go on a journey where with old friends and new ones to save one of Branch's brothers who has been taken hostages. The two banter really well together before a trailer for the film plays. Wes, you're obviously a fan of Trolls. I'm gonna throw it to you, man. What do you think about
You're not a fan
Trolls?
of the trolls?
My sister
I don't li-
plays Trolls every freaking day we're at their house. Trolls is one of the, like, I don't hate it, right? Like it's not
seems to
horrible.
me like you
No,
hate
no,
it,
no,
Gabe.
no. No, what I'm getting
Seems
at.
to me.
No, no, no. I don't hate it. It's just she has it on so much. I'm so sick and tired of hearing it. Like I can tell you every line of dialogue in that first movie.
Yeah,
Thank
so
God I haven't been around her to watch the second one. Now I watched it. Was it the World Tour or whatever one that was?
yeah.
That one, I mean, they're okay, but they're not like great. But Wes,
Oh,
what?
I ain't got time for you, dude. I love the Trolls movies. Number one, when my son was in the hospital and everything, like that was one of the things. Like that was one of the movies that, like, would calm him down, and he could sit there and watch. If he was hurting or anything like that. So, I love those movies. I love the first one. The second one came out. I took him to go see that, and like I said, then that one was on at the hospital as well. So, I mean, I love those movies. They mean a lot to me, is what it is. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not gonna say a bad word about it. So, I love the songs. Like we listen to the songs all the time. But obviously, Gabe doesn't like stuff. So
I
yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, not the biggest fan. But if any of y'all are, do let us know in the comments. It looks like 80s Kid did say Trolls has become my favorite DreamWorks franchise. Um, yeah, I'm good. Next is
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm
All right.
kidding.
We're gonna talk
I'm
about
kidding.
something you love, and I'm gonna be like,
80,
yeah,
80s
fucking
80s fan,
blows.
that's great. Trolls are my favorite from DreamWorks next, Shrek and Megamind. Dude, Shrek, I could talk Shrek all day. By the way, parents just got rid of their garage a few weeks ago. Now, I knew that we had these, but I just forgot until we had to get everything out of that garage. A collector set from back when the first Shrek film came out, Shrek and Shrek 2. We have toys from Shrek 1 and 2 that are still in the box in like pristine condition. And I might have to showcase them here because they're pretty dope. It's like a whole big like collector set of Shrek toys. It's so fun, man. So fun. Next is Kung Fu Panda's next film, Kung Fu Panda 4. The Pawning. I'm just kidding. Of the course of three movies, Poe has defeated one villain after another. The story is described as now he will face perhaps the most dastardly villain of them all. Jack Black takes the stage, singing to the audience with tunes of Immigrant Song. Yes, I would have loved to have been there. He discusses his iconic role as Poe, the Kung Fu Panda. He tries to introduce a trailer, but a production member tells Black there is no trailer for the film. Poe's getting promoted to become the spiritual leader of the Valley of Pace. To do that, he's got to replace himself as the Dragon Warrior. Black says, dramatically narrating the plot of the film. In the story, Poe starts training someone he could believe could replace him. He eventually has to leave and confront the chameleon, a badass sorceress. It all leads to a showdown with this villain who can also summon villains from the past. Poe has to defeat every single one of them, all according to Black's dramatic telling of this story. Wes, this sounds a little bit like, was it Enter the Dragon? Which was the Bruce Lee where he had to go to the different levels and fight the
Yeah,
different?
that was Enter the Dragon.
Was that
Yeah.
Enter the Dragon? Okay, that sounds like what this is taken from. And look, I'm a fan of the franchise, much more than Trolls. I really love. I really like Kung Fu Panda, the first one. Second and third one, I thought were good, but they're not great. You didn't like Kung Fu Panda? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. But yeah.
No, I was just saying that because you did.
Oh, but you do. So you do like
Yeah,
Kung Fu.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
I see.
enjoyed the films. Yes, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I really like Kung Fu Panda. I think it's a lot of fun. Um, it's just funny watching a fat panda try to fight. It's like me. It's like me trying to fight. 80s Kid follows it up with used to have toys from Shrek 1. Yeah, I might have to showcase those because they're pretty dope. Um, Kevin says Universal Pictures is hit or miss studio. I would say more hits than misses. It's just that. Well, what are you talking about? Hits or misses? Are you talking about hits as far as like blockbusters? Or are you talking hits as great movies? Like what are the parameters with that? Because if we're talking about box office, well, I mean they're making money, but they're no Warner Brothers, right?
Hmm.
Universal's no Disney, so I mean it just depends on kind of the parameters that but I kind of see what you're going with. I think it is more hits though, to be fair, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't like know the box office status of their films in the last decade, so it just depends. Do they need some good IP? Absolutely. Ace Kid says, was Kung Fu Panda 3 good? I haven't seen that one. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. Wes, what did you think about Kung Fu Panda
No,
3?
I thought it was. Yeah, no, like you definitely should see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
If
for
you're a
sure.
fan
Yeah,
of Kung
it's
Fu
good.
Panda, like they're
Yeah,
all
if you're a
good.
fan, they're good.
They're all good.
Yes.
Like it's
Yeah.
not Toy Story or, it's not like a it's nothing like that, but
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
it's its
quite
own
good.
thing. Like it's good.
Well, yeah,
It's
well, that's
good.
what I'm saying, but it's not like Toy Story where it's like, "Oh my god, it gets better and better
Yeah.
and better and better." Like, no,
Yeah.
it's really good. Was Kung Fu
Box
Panda
office.
good? Oh, yeah, sorry, thank you. Kevin says box office. Yeah, like I said, I don't know the box office status of the last decade of Universal films, so it's too hard to say, but I would contend that they're very successful. in what they're doing. I think they do have more hits than misses, because as a business, if you have more misses than hits, you're not gonna be in business long. So it just depends on kind of how you see that. But I think more hits. It's just we don't really talk about it much because it's Disney and Warner Brothers and Paramount with Top Gun Maverick or something like that that is coming out with the billions of dollars worth of movies. So it just depends on kind of how you look at that. So um, thanks for that, Kevin, by the way. Focus Features takes the stage. Peter Kajowski, I'm probably butchering that, opens the portion. After running through the many titles Focus has coming, Kajowski turns it over to Lisa Burnell. Burnell tells a story about the Lincoln Square Theater, which has a special place in her heart. And she went to see the Mario movie. It was full of kids, teenagers, and adults. Kids were screaming for the characters showing up on screen. Her 21-year-old was enjoying himself, which gave her a huge wave of joy and happiness. I said to myself, this is the magic of the movies. This is why we do what we do. She declares before thanking the theater staffs for their work. And agreed again, Wes, this just
Hmm.
encapsulates what you and I have been talking about all week for CinemaCon is this is what it's about. It's about the theaters. It's about keeping that relationship with the theaters because the relationship was strained
Hmm.
during COVID. Now, I get
Especially
it.
through COVID.
I get it. The theaters were closed. I get it. There are theaters suffering around here where you and I are close to.
Oh yeah.
So, like, we get it. There are some movies that Wes and I can't go see when we want to because of the status of our theater, and we don't want to drive a 2-hour round trip to go do that because of our jobs and families. And Wes and I both have kids, and have to take care of them. So, making a 2-hour round trip is not just a easy thing as it is for others. So, but yeah, theaters, that's where the movies belong, and that's where they should for the foreseeable future. Streaming is
Hmm.
not there yet. Streaming is not there yet. Wes Anderson's Asteroid City is screening footage. Burnell promises a really great emotional kick for the film. I love Wes Anderson, by the way. Is that the one with Tom Hanks? And it's that really, like, kinda bubblegummy looking film. He's the one that
Hold on.
done,
I'll tell
um
you.
but yeah, it looks while you're looking at that, I'll keep reading this. The footage plays in at groups of vacationers ranging from the couples to families and other individuals witness an alien encounter and are forced to stay in Asteroid City. It's got the classic Anderson look and feel with the beautiful color and style. Focus goes to showcase 3 titles: My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, The Holdovers, and Drive Away Dolls, while, Wes is looking that up.
No, this has got Scarlett Johansson, Jason Schwartzman, Tom Hanks,
Tom Hanks, yeah, yeah.
Tilda Swinton, Bryan Cranston, Edward Norton, Adrian Brody.
I love that entire cast.
Hmm.
Like, literally every single one of them. I love
Oh
that.
yeah.
I love that so much. Um, Wes, what are your thoughts about, Asteroid City?
I think it's going to be a really good film. I don't know if you've seen the trailer of it or not, but it looks very. It's like interestingly odd. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I like it's. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's quirky. If I can say that, like it. I think I'll enjoy it. I like stuff like that. So
Yeah, and I think it'll be I think it'll be good. It's again, it's Wes Anderson, so I mean, it's probably gonna be great. You all watching the chat or watching this live, are you fans of Wes Anderson? Let us know your thoughts on Asteroid City and if that's something you're looking forward to. 80s Kid says in the Transformers teaser they released today, it was revealed that Wheeljack had his headphones. Ooh, that's interesting. Um,
nice.
Now Paramount, I'm sure we're gonna be talking about this tomorrow, 80s Kids. So do tune back in tomorrow night for that, as we talk Paramount and Lionsgate. So probably gonna be talking about Mission Impossible, um, definitely Transformers. Gonna be talking about several of those. So was it Lionsgate and Paramount.
Hmm.
So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, that does sound pretty cool, 80s Kid. So let's move on to the last part of the segment here for the presentation. Then we'll get to kind of just chatting uh, a beat here. There we go. Finally, the presentation wraps up with the main event, Fast 10. Like I said, they should have named it Fast 10 Your Seatbelts. They should have done that. Michelle Rodriguez, Jordana Brewster, Sun Kang, and Tyrese Gibson take the stage. Brewster reflects on the original film more than 20 years ago. From very humble beginnings, the Fast Saga was born. Gibson recalls joining the franchise with Too Fast, Too Furious. Kang recalls joining the 2006's Tokyo Drift, Rodriguez reflects on 2009, revamping the franchise, which that did. We all shared an ambition to reach for something bigger, Rodriguez says. Gibson recalls Fast Five taking the franchise to Rio and adding Dwayne Johnson, which skyrocketed the box office for Fast and the Furious. Let's just make that very clear. That skyrocketed, by the way. So just to throw that out there. Brewster recalls 15's Fury 7 giving the world an opportunity to say goodbye to Paul Walker. Gibson points out that Fate of the Furious become the second film to make $1 billion at the box office. Rodriguez concludes the look back, discussing Fast 9 and how it added John Cena to the franchise while also helping drive moviegoers back to theaters, which it did. Definitely had a hand in doing that. Brewster notes that the franchise has recruited the Oscar-winning women. All of this leads to an introduction of Vin Diesel onto the stage. I like this room better than the Oscars, Diesel said. You know, I really mean that. I like this room better than the Oscars because of all the people who are sitting in the audience in the Oscars are only there because of you. Fast is now the longest franchise in motion picture history with the same actors playing the same characters, he says.
Family. He had to say family like 20 billion fucking times.
He had to say family, but let me read that. Let me read that statement again. Fast is now the longest franchise in motion picture history with the same actors playing the same roles. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. Anyhow, maybe semantics at that point. This is our family. The audience is our family. As we were building toward this achievement, we were attracting directors who each brought their own magic to the saga. I'm proud to say that for exactly 2 decades, the Fast films have been the most successful film of every one of our directors' careers. Vin Diesel wraps up the presentation with a speech to the theater owners about how much value there is in people experiencing films together, seeing each other at the theaters, and acknowledges that he is going away off the teleprompter script. The Fast X is going to light up the summer. He promises the summer is only the beginning of Fast X. With all your effort and all your love and the fact that you're a part of our family, Fast X will continue after an explosive summer. I will have the privilege to stand before you again for part 2 in 2025. So, Wes, they not only
a fucking part 2. Oh my god!
They've announced Fast 11.
I can't do this. Shit is awful. They went to space. They went to space, bro. They went to space. This is not even becoming a real thing. So I loved.
Well, it hasn't in a while. Let's just be honest.
Listen to me. The first one was so good. I loved Fast till it got the third one. We ain't gonna count as a film. But that's Fast 1, Fast 2, and then like the fourth one were all really, really good. But you know, I don't know. I'm not a fan of how it's gone the past few years, and I'll be honest with you. So them announcing an 11th one, I'm like, God, what are you doing? But we'll see. I'm still gonna go see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it is. Just right quick, Wes. Charlie Rosie said in the Twitch chat, thank you for by the way, we're also streaming from Twitch, by the way, and YouTube simultaneously. If you are watching this, if you are enjoying the content, please do follow, like, subscribe, wherever you're watching this from. It truly helps us out. Just simply the usual Skeptics. So go check us out. We do appreciate that if y'all are watching and who participate in the chat and all that kind of good stuff. So, in Five Nights at Freddy's trailer, Wested, is that Lionsgate or I thought that was Universal? Did we not talk about?
I don't know if it actually dropped tonight. I think they just teased it.
Did they?
Yeah, they teased it because that's what it says.
Or is it a teaser for tomorrow? Yeah, but that's not Five Nights at Freddy's. That's not that's neither one of these studios, is it?
I'm looking right now. Give me a second.
Sorry, chat. We should have had this pulled up. We do apologize, chat. We're just trying to make sure.
And they understand. So,
Universal, yeah.
Universal,
distributed by Universal.
Well, so, in case you missed it, the first trailer of Five Nights at Freddy's has potentially just been teased to release during Universal's Comic-Con panel tonight, but it's not on here, so I don't know if they actually dropped the teaser or not. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Yeah. So who produced it though? Chat weird.
Blumhouse.
So why didn't they talk about it in this
Don't
huh,
know,
I just noticed
but
that.
it dropped 6 days ago. Holy crap! Okay,
Interesting.
I'm watching the trailer right now, so just bear with me
He's
for a
watching
minute.
he's watching the trailer right now. Okay, so Charlie, we do apologize. We that's what we thought. We kind of just got a little carried away there, but we didn't see that trailer. Look, um we'll get to the comments here in just a second. Again, Charlie, thank you by the way. I really um like who's involved. I think I'm not a big fan of the game. Like it's like I'm not a big gamer, but while I do play video games, I'm not a big gamer, right? But when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, it does freak me the crap out. I'm just like, nope. But I mean, it is what it is. They're making a movie of it. I think there's something to be said there. They have the creator of the game, I think, on board as kind of help out with the script and things like that. Kind of how they did with The Last of Us, um, with I think David Druckmann and I think it's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, I think that was um pretty interesting. So now I personally have not seen the trailer. Ask me again tomorrow. Wes is watching it right now. He'll be able to give your thoughts once he finishes that up there. But yeah, I haven't personally seen it. Wes is freaking out. We got an update. Boop, 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 boop. Wes, what say you, man? You're still muted.
Bro, yeah, I know I was muted because I'm
Oh,
still watching it. Holy moly,
was it
bro!
good?
Yeah,
Was it good?
yeah,
Now, to be fair,
yeah.
what does has have me nervous, okay? Wes, this might be where we fall apart here. It is coming out day and date.
Okay.
It is coming out day and date, streaming and in theaters at the same time. That does not give me hope that it's going to be good. I think it can be good, but
Bro, but it's definitely gonna be rated R. It's
you
definitely
think
like
so?
yeah, because
Well,
that was an intense trailer. That was awesome.
and two though,
I'm
it
excited about it.
right. Well, two, it you really gotta think it has to be good. Why are they putting it day and date? Doesn't isn't it? Aren't they releasing it on Peacock? I think Peacock is what they're releasing it on, and then they're going to release in theaters the same day. That makes me lose a little bit of hope, but that's just me.
Well, it's
Um,
got Josh Hutcherson in it and Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard's got our Shaggy from
Yeah,
Scooby Doo. Love that.
Elizabeth Lyle. Sorry. I dude, I just watched the trailer. It looks.
Looks pretty dope.
Yeah,
I
dude,
mean,
and I played the game, so
I trust you, man.
looks great.
I'm going to watch it.
To
Right.
me, it looks great.
I'm going to watch it. What do y'all think about the trailer? If you've seen it, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that it has a chance to be really good? Do you think that this is a franchise that's worth an adaptation as a film? Does it worry you that it's coming out on streaming day and day as it will in theaters at the same time? Do let us know in the comments. So, with that being said, let's jump over into the chat right quick. 80s Kids says, "How great is it to be a movie fan? It feels fucking awesome to be a movie fan. This is the best
Yeah,
week of the year to be a
by
movie
far.
fan.
Yeah,
Any year. The week of
yeah.
CinemaCon is a great time of the year. How great it is to be a movie fan. The Flash, Michael Keaton as Batman, the full reboot of Transformers, Super Mario, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Across the Spider-Verse. Follows it up with Family. It is so excited
Family,
to be a movie fan. So,
dude.
so excited. So,
Yeah,
yeah, super
especially to be
stoked.
able to like go like because whenever COVID hit and all that, and we were talking about like how our movie theaters closed down as well as everybody else's, like it like
Yeah.
from coming from a small town like us, it really hurt the community and
Heard bad, yeah.
it hurt stuff like that. So, um, like I said, for us to be able to go back to the movie theaters and have that experience where it's on the big screen, like I want to get my son into it because um whenever I was a kid, that's what we did. Like whenever I was younger, I remember my mom dropping me off at the movie theater and, from middle school on, going to the local movie theater and going and seeing stuff with my friends. Like that's what we wanted to do on Friday and Saturday was go do that. You know what I mean? And go see these awesome films, you know what I mean? From Men in Black to um, shoot, like I remember going and seeing like Pearl Harbor and, all these different really good films, you know what I mean? Armageddon, like, oh my gosh, dude, like so
Right.
many good things. But, whenever COVID hit, it sucked. I mean, I I I get them putting stuff out during COVID on streaming because that's the only way you could get it out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But whenever it comes to like now where things are almost back to normal. I won't say that it's back to normal, but almost back to normal. It's like, dude, I'm stoked to be able to get back into the movie theater. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
be able to watch these movies on the big screen. So,
And to me, that again, that's what sucks about this going from CinemaCon, we talk about how great the movies are, and then maybe that's why they didn't talk about it. If you think about it, like maybe that's why they didn't talk about Five Nights at Freddy's because, or put much thought into talking about it because this is an event for the theaters. If they promoted it to go to streaming, I don't think they would have took that very well. Just for optics,
mhm,
reasons for
right.
optics. So that makes sense. That would be my explanation to why they didn't really put much talk into that. Now, I personally didn't know the trailer was released. I wasn't really following news when I got home from work because, like I say, I wanted this to be kind of raw reaction to what Wes and I have been talking about with the Disney panel and Paramount. So we're going to be on for a bit here. So since we're done covering the panels, while Wes and I kind of talk here a little bit, y'all let us know in the comments if you're watching this live. Again, we'll have to reiterate this is our second live show. Our first one was last night. Tried to do one Monday night, wasn't very successful. I had to pre-record that one, but last night was very successful. We thought. So if you've liked the content, if you've liked this, do give a like, do give a subscription. We are streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Do give us a shout out on there. Do the like, follow, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. That helps us out tremendously and gets the video out there. We just want to talk to the community and kind of share our thoughts on films and the experiences we've had in film. I've written for several publications in the past. I've been to film school. I mean, there's a few things that I've done that I think I can bring some enlightenment to in our opinions on this stuff. So Wes, you got
And I
something
ain't been to none of that. I just like
and
movies. So
and he's just a fan. Yeah, I kind of told the
I'm an
chat
avid moviegoer. So,
avid
but
moviegoer. There you go.
and they also what I'm getting out of some of these tweets and stuff because I'm just looking through. They leaked some of the Wicked clips,
Oh, okay.
so I'm super excited about that. I like musicals. Like I know I've loved them for a long, long time. So I'm excited about Wicked. You know, I think tomorrow for Lionsgate they're going to talk about the new Hunger Games. Um, the Ballad of the Songbirds and
Ballad
Snakes.
of Snakes and
Yep.
Ladders.
hmm
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah, I think that's going to be on the Lionsgate panel, which I'm stoked about that too. Super excited about that.
Look, I'm hating on that title. I'm hating on that movie, but I'm a fan of the franchise. I didn't necessarily like how they ended the the uh what's her name? Cat. What's her name? What's her name? Katniss? Is it Katniss?
Cats.
Katniss,
Yeah,
thank you. I didn't
cat.
really like how her character ended up in the last movie. That's just me. Me personally, but let us know yeah, let's just do kind of a West where you're kind of talking about. Let's do what we're in for tomorrow just to kind of throw it out there.
Yeah, so I
Uh
think Kid's going to be coming out, going to be doing their thing tomorrow.
Wicked dropped in the chat, or Wicked 80s kid dropped in the
Damn,
chat.
honey.
Wicked, I'm reading that book. Does anyone think Glinda is the true villain? 80s kid, not gonna lie to you. I do not read. I'm kidding. No.
An idiot. You're an idiot.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I personally have not heard about it. Wes had to be the one to tell me about this. I honestly have no idea where all this is coming from. So Wes, I'm gonna let you take that one.
I don't know if Linda is the true villain, to be honest with you. I know this is going way over Gabe's head, but I don't think that she. But mm, it's one of those where it's a catch-22 because she is, but she's not. You know what I mean? And it's the way it's written. I mean, it's just it's a great story. Like so. They had Wicked. It came to Charlotte. Whenever I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. I lived in Charlotte for 5 years or so, and it came there, and we went to go see it, and I I was blown away. I mean, it was really really good. Plus, I was a huge fan of the show Glee. Really I like the music, man. Like that's my biggest thing. So, but for me, it's like I said, it's a catch-22. I don't know if she's a true villain or not. So, but that's one thing I am looking forward to for tomorrow. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. Um, oh yeah, and Ariana Grande is playing a role in that
Oh
too.
my
So
god, really?
she's not the yeah,
Not
she's
the
not
lead. Is she
yeah,
not
no,
the lead?
well, yes and no.
Eh, eh. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
Because
like,
there's two leads, there's two female leads in the thing.
right.
So but yeah, I think she's playing Glinda. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
See,
Oh, that's fine. Like, look, I mean, I'll probably give it a shot. Wicked, but like I said, Wes, you had to be the one to kind of fill me up on that. What are some things that we're looking at while the chat's kind of still rolling in here? What are some things we're looking to expect for tomorrow's panels? Like, obviously, we're gonna get something from Mission Impossible. Um, definitely some Transformers. Going to be seeing stuff from that, so be kind of interesting to see. So AC Kid
I've
says,
heard I've heard some bad stuff about Transformers, which sucks because I want it to be good.
"Yeah, I do too." ADC
I
Kid
heard it was a
said,
hot mess.
"Oh, the part I'm at is when Elphaba is still 2 years old. Is that?
Oh, okay, all
Mm,
right, got you.
yeah, that I'm drawing a blank. Drawing a blank on
You
that one.
had read the book.
Went over my head. That's over me. That's above my pay grade."
So Afaba is the like the Wicked Witch. Okay,
Mm,
Glinda is the Good Witch. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
So like in the Wizard of Oz, like Glinda the Good Witch is the one that comes down the bubble and
So
she came down in a bubble, Doug.
no way. Not a bubble.
You don't know that meme?
No, I
Come
have no
on,
idea.
chat. You guys have to know that meme. She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, Doug. Grow up, grow up, man. Oh my God, Gabe, you don't know that?
That's
Okay, I'm showing you this like right after we're done.
is that what we done with?
It's dude, it's dude, that video's been out for a while. It's two grown men arguing about the Wizard of Oz. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I'm it is
Oh my God.
yeah.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum is the wizard. That's awesome.
No way, for real?
Yep. But you don't care about it, so it doesn't matter to you. All
Jeff
right.
Goldblum's a wizard. I've heard that Transformers Rise of the Beast is good. I sure hope so. I hope it's good. I hope, most of the stuff we watch, I hope it is. I hope it is good. The stuff
Oh
we
no, no,
watch.
no. I hope that it's great, man. Like
Yeah,
I love the Transformers series and stuff.
same.
I just like
Well, I love
ta-
the first
the
movie.
the talks around things have been it's a hot mess, and I'm like, God, like that sucks because I want it to be a good movie. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
But still, yeah, it'd be still would be better if it was great, you know. That's what matters. Like I said, if you're still watching, if you haven't already, do drop a like, subscribe, share it amongst your friends, family, mom, loved ones, pets, turtle, gerbil, whatever you got. Be great. Tell your boss. Watch it at work. All that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna ask y'all this in the chat. So drop here. What was your favorite moment and least favorite? Or could say disappointing news coming out of Disney's presentation and Universal's. If any of y'all want to drop that.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
I think that this one was better than Disney's. Is that fucking sad or what?
I'm not gonna lie to you, just based off the creator alone.
I'm just saying.
Just based off of that, what was that? Was that the creator? Was that Universal's? That's not Disney's. Yeah. Oh, dude, way better. Way better.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. Which is sad.
It is sad.
That's sad.
That's
not
sad.
good.
Now, it might have been Kevin. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was someone earlier mentioned they could be saving some stuff for D23. So that's very well possible too.
Good.
80s Kid says it focuses 95% on Transformers. I hope so.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
80s Kid
I'm down for that.
says their favorite moment, well, I'm assuming from the Universal panel, was Kung Fu Panda 4. I don't know. The creator, man. The creator might be my most look. Oh, Oppenheimer was my most anticipated film of the year. I don't know. That might have changed to the creator, but I don't know because Oppenheimer.
Well, you haven't even seen a preview for the creator
That's
yet.
true.
Just wait till you see that. Like, because Oppenheimer,
true.
I saw me and you both have seen the
yeah.
The
now, if they dropped a new trailer, I didn't see a new one, but I've watched the original publicly released trailer, and it's freaking awesome. It's fantastic. The cast, the director, and Christopher Nolan, who's behind the Dark Knight trilogy and Memento and what's the one with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale? The Magician one.
The Magician. It's
The Prestige.
The Prestige.
This is The Prestige.
Yeah.
That movie's freaking awesome. Didn't love the ending.
I mean, me neither, but it was great. Like, I love magic.
Like all the way
Love
through.
magic.
Scarlett Johansson was in that one too.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 4. Pretty excited for that.
I have to watch it again.
Yeah, I'm thinking about popping on Memento just because it's great. But yeah, anybody else in the chat before we continue on talking? Gonna let y'all drop that in there. But yeah, tomorrow's I'm pretty excited for. I'm a huge fan of the Mission Impossible franchise. Obviously Transformers been talk about hit and miss. Transformers have been really missed the past several films outside of Bumblebee. Bumblebee's freaking awesome. I don't care what anyone says. Bumblebee's fantastic. So Bumblebee's awesome. Can't wait to see something for that. I guess they're doing a sequel, right? Rise of the Beast. Now, is Rise of the Beast tied to Bumblebee? That I don't know.
I don't know, but I know Bumblebee's in it because have you seen the preview of that?
Yeah.
Dude,
I didn't watch the new one.
I thought it
but
looked,
I've watched
no, but the one that came out a while back,
about a month ago.
I thought it looked great. Yeah, with the grill and all that. He's like, I'm not here to fight. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, okay.
Dude, the trailer was dope, man. In the theater, it was super, 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 super cool. Yeah, I love that a lot. Yeah, a lot to look forward to tomorrow. We got Paramount and Lionsgate. So, what's your favorite Autobot? Mine is either Prime, Jazz, or Cliff Jumper. Takes place in 94. Okay, so it is a sequel to Bumblebee, right? Is it a sequel to Bumblebee? I mean, it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying, like, that'd be cool. Favorite Autobot? I'm gonna go stereotypical Optimus Prime. I'm gonna go. That's who I'm going with. Definitely Optimus. Wes, who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
Optimus.
No.
Or sorry, favorite Autobot, I should say.
What's his name? Oh, there it is. Starscream.
Well, that's Decepticon.
I know. And?
Well, he said Autobot.
Oh, well, I don't like. Which one's my favorite, bro?
It's the Transformer. He said, which is your favorite Autobot?
I don't have a favorite. Okay, then Optimus Prime, I guess. But
Okay, so 80s did confirm that Rise of the Beast is the sequel to Bumblebee. So if that's true, that's hey, I'm down. I'm down. That sounds awesome. So down for that.
but Starscream was my favorite as a kid, dude.
Starscream.
Just
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Well, Wes, any thoughts before we close out of here? Any thoughts at
Nah,
all?
man. I'm excited about
Same here.
tomorrow.
Same here. I think it was a good stream. Wes, go ahead and close us out. And where can people find you, my friend?
You guys can find me at your local disco. I'm there just dancing away. No, guys. Just you can find me at Wes Rathbone 86 on Twitter. Drop me a follow, drop me a comment. I'll hit you back and all that good stuff. So, but thank you again, guys, for all your good commentary and questions and everything like that. I really do. Like we both really appreciate it, man. Like this was just kind of a whimsical dream that we had to kind of just do this and talk about film and talk about stuff that's coming out. And now that it's happening and all that good stuff, like we're super excited about it. And we thank each and every one of you guys for watching and just going along this journey with us. So please come back tomorrow, same time. We're going to do it around 10 o'clock, and do the same thing and go over everything again. So, but thank you so much, and drop us a follow, a like, all that good stuff. And Gabe, tell them where they can find you, my man.
All right, Wes. So you can simply find me at Voice of Film on Twitter and TikTok. I haven't been posting TikTok regularly as I had been, but a lot of good stuff coming. Coming to that, you can find me on Twitter as well. Usually post daily stuff there. Just kind of my thoughts on just kind of off the cuff stuff. Like Wes said, thank you so much for y'all joining us. 80s Kid in the live chat. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, and that we shall. And y'all do the same. Thank you to each and every one of y'all again. It would do us a huge favor. It's free. Hit the like button, hit subscribe wherever you're watching this from. Twitch, YouTube had a viewer or two from Twitch pop in and say hello. So thank you so much for that. If you've enjoyed this, if you've liked the content, if you like Wes and I banter a little bit, even though we disagree on a couple things, do share your thoughts on this. Again, like, share. We're going to continue the live segment probably or definitely tomorrow and finish out CinemaCon. And then next week, the regular schedule weekly will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, streaming at anywhere between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because Wes and I are old mountain boys. So that being said, again, thank you so much for your patience and indulgence as you've been with us on this near 2.5 hour journey. Thank you so much to each and every one of y'all. Yeah, we'll look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow. And until next time, he's been Wes, I've been Gabe, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Cheers.